Spain just won the World Cup. Ferran Torres scored in extra time to beat Argentina 1-0. It's the biggest moment in sports. The entire world is watching. And then President Trump walked onto the field at MetLife Stadium to present the trophy. And the crowd absolutely let him have it. This is the story of how an 80-year-old American president got booed by over 80,000 fans at the world's biggest sporting event, how international media captured every awkward second, and what it says about how the world sees America right now. Let's break it down. Sunday, July 19th, 2026, MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The World Cup final, Spain versus Argentina. The match went to extra time, and in the 106th minute, Ferran Torres put Spain ahead 1-0. Spain holds on. They're world champions. Now comes the trophy presentation. This is the moment every player dreams about. Lifting that golden trophy in front of the entire planet. And because the United States is hosting the tournament along with Mexico and Canada, the ceremony includes the host nation's leader. That's Trump. 80 years old as of June 14th. He's there with First Lady Melania, their son Barron, sitting alongside FIFA President Gianni Infantino, Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum, and Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney. Trump had already been shown on the video boards during the national anthem performance before the match. He got scattered boos then, but that was nothing compared to what happened when he walked onto the field for the actual presentation. According to White House press pool reporters who were there documenting every detail, the booing was loud, really loud. They actually measured it, 84 decibels. For context, normal crowd noise at that moment was sitting at 78 decibels. That's a noticeable jump. That's deliberate. That's thousands of people making sure their message was heard. And remember, this isn't an American crowd. This is an international crowd. Fans from Spain, from Argentina, from all over the world who traveled to see their teams compete. And their reaction to the American president was unmistakable. British commentator Gabby Logan, broadcasting live for the BBC, remarked during the ceremony about, quote, not the warmest of receptions. That's British understatement for this man is getting destroyed. Then the awkward part really kicked in. Trump is on stage with Infantino. The Spanish players are waiting to receive their medals and lift the trophy. And as they start celebrating, Infantino appears to guide Trump away from the stage, not aggressively but clearly moving him along. The Spanish players want their moment. The world wants to see Spain celebrate. And Trump is standing there in the middle of it. The Daily Beast published multiple articles documenting what they called Trump's walk of shame. They captured the moment. International media outlets picked it up. Social media exploded. Video clips spread across Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, every platform you can name. People from dozens of countries sharing the footage, commenting in Spanish, Portuguese, English, French, German, you name it. One of the wildest moments came from an Australian broadcaster. SBS had a commentator who was caught on a hot mic saying, and I quote, they can edit him out of that. Think about that. A broadcaster literally suggesting that the footage would be better without the American president in it. That's not analysis. That's a gut reaction to an uncomfortable scene. Spain captain Rodri eventually received the trophy from Trump. Professional, respectful, because that's what you do in that moment. But the optics were already set. The story was already written. The crowd had spoken. So why does this matter? Why are we talking about this on a channel about how the world reacts to America in sports? Because this is the perfect collision of sports and politics on a global stage. The World Cup isn't just a tournament. It's the most watched sporting event on the planet. Billions of people tune in for the final. And the trophy presentation is part of the spectacle. It's tradition, it's ceremony, and it became a referendum on American leadership. Think about the context. The United States is one of 3 host nations for this tournament. American cities hosted matches. American infrastructure supported the event. American fans showed up. But when the American president walked onto that field, the international response was hostile. That tells you something about global perception. It tells you something about how America is viewed right now by the rest of the world. And it happened at a moment when the entire planet was watching. The searchability of this moment is insane. Trump booed World Cup is going to be a phrase that lives forever. and it's video evidence. It's documented by multiple credible sources: the Daily Beast, the BBC, the White House press pool, international broadcasters. This isn't spin. This isn't partisan media trying to make something out of nothing. This is what actually happened. And from a sports perspective, it hijacked Spain's moment. This should have been purely about Spanish football, about their journey through the tournament, about Ferran Torres scoring that goal in extra time, about Rodri lifting the trophy as captain. Instead, the narrative shifted. The story became about the reaction to Trump. That's the power of these moments. They take on a life of their own. International social media didn't hold back. Users from Argentina were posting about it. Spanish fans were posting about it. Neutral fans from countries that didn't even make the tournament were posting about it. The common thread was the awkwardness of the scene. Infantino trying to move things along, the Australian broadcaster's hot mic comment, the sheer volume of the booing measured in decibels. This is the kind of content that defines how the world sees America. It's not abstract diplomacy. It's not policy papers. It's a visceral reaction from tens of thousands of people in a stadium, broadcast to billions, captured on countless phones and cameras, and shared across the internet in real time. The World Cup is moving on. Spain is celebrating their victory. The tournament is over, but this moment is locked in. It's part of the historical record of the 2026 World Cup, and it perfectly captures the tension between America hosting the world's biggest event and the world's reception of America's leadership. That's the angle. That's why this matters, because sports don't happen in a vacuum. And when politics crashes into sports at the world's biggest moment, the reaction tells you everything you need to know. If you want more breakdowns like this, hit subscribe. We're covering the world's reaction to America in sports all year long. Next up, we're transitioning to NFL international games in September. American football going global. How does the world react when the NFL shows up in their cities? We'll be there breaking it down. Drop a comment. What did you think of this moment? Was the crowd out of line, or was this just the reality of global politics meeting global sports? Let's talk about it. I'll see you in the next one.